Hi there, welcome. This is my first time filming a podcast. I'm not one to be really doing these kinds of things, but I did want to explore new things while we are in quarantine. So I thought I'd give this whole podcast thing a try. So, welcome, hello. My name is Sienna. I will begin calling these Simple Sienna sessions in correspondence with my website, simplesienna.com. And so basically, I'm just here to talk about things that we've all been doing since quarantine started. It's been, over a month and a half now since this has all started. And currently, it's interesting. It's weird. It's not something we all expected to happen. It's something we've all had to adjust to. I live in a home with 7 other people, 7 of us total. So there's my parents, my siblings and I, there's 4 of us, my grandma, and a dog. And it's been interesting. Cabin fever is definitely a real thing, and we've been surviving so far. But overall, this has been a very weird experience. It's interesting to see how society has really taken things up a notch in terms of protecting themselves. You see people hoarding all these disinfectants. You've heard our president talk about injecting ourselves with disinfectants and other cleaning supplies, and that to me is very weird. So please don't do that. That is very dangerous. But other than that, it's interesting to see how everyone's approaching everything so far. It's important we all be safe. I totally get that. And I think we all have our best interest at heart when we want to protect ourselves. And I totally agree. We should protect ourselves because without protecting ourselves, we can definitely harm other people. But aside from that stuff, some of the things I've been doing at home. So lately I've been diving into more creative outlets. So like this is totally a creative outlet. I never imagined myself ever doing something like this, only because I'm not necessarily camera shy, but I definitely don't like hearing myself talk. And that's something I've gotten used to as I've been using TikToks. I know, who would have thought? Doing TikToks, woohoo! But those have been really fun to create. I actually really enjoy TikToks for the simplicity of it, being able to edit little short videos here and there, or just creating some weird dances, or even I've been doing little mini how-tos, and those have been really fun. So I've enjoyed TikTok. It does get a bad rep for some of the things that are going on. For those of you who don't stay up to date on TikTok, apparently people have been using it to promote racist ideas and racism, which is totally not okay. But that's definitely something that has come across, and hopefully we can better educate those who have done those kinds of things to, you probably shouldn't do this. Props to the dad that called out his daughter for not promoting racism, because again, that's good parenting. Don't raise terrible kids. I've been diving into TikToks. I've also been diving into video games again, actually. I haven't been able to play a solid video game in, who knows, a good year. The last game I've played, aside from the one I'm playing right now, is Kingdom Hearts 3. But even that was one I stopped partway because I really did not like it, and I'm sure a lot of people who are big Kingdom Hearts fans can attest to that. So that's why I still haven't necessarily beaten it yet. I haven't beaten the DLC at least. I'm at the part where I have to fight all the other additional bosses, and I just can't do it right now, so probably stop there. But one of the games I've been playing recently is Tales of the Abyss, and I'm a big Tales series fanatic. My aunt was the one that actually got me into it. My first game was Tales of Symphonia for GameCube. Yeah, GameCube. That's sounds very old, but it's about at least 15 years ago. Back in 2004 or so. 16 years ago. Can't math. but that was one of the games that really opened my eyes to the Tales series. So I've been diving into that again, and now I'm just really waiting on Tales of Arise. So shout out to all of those who are into the Tales series. I think it's just one of the best series out there, and I'm really looking forward to it. But one of the reasons I really love it is because JRPGs, Japanese role-playing games, are one of my favorite because I like the idea of character development. I like stories. I like strategizing. And I really enjoy fighting. I think it's pretty awesome. It's a game series that does not get enough credit, I think, and just because a lot of people do play RPGs, especially MMORPGs, those online games, like Fortnite. what else is there's like a new game my boyfriend's been playing. It's a branch off of League of Legends, things like that. People like to play those games. I personally cannot get into those games, maybe simply because I like to run games at my own pace, if that makes sense. But I've really enjoyed getting back into that. It makes me feel very nostalgic. Obviously I already know how the game runs and goes and how it starts and ends, but it's just been very nice to relive such a wonderful, fun time of not necessarily worrying about things that are going on in the world, but just enjoying old things that I've done in the past and able to do now. So that's been really fun. I've also been picking up painting. I suck at painting, but painting is fun. I'm sure the whole world is really into painting right now because people are trying to find things to do at home because we're all at home, whatever. But those have been really fun. Painting's fun. What else have I been doing? I've been trying to exercise a lot too. I exercise at least every other day. I take my dog Charlie on a walk every day for about 30 minutes. So that's been really helpful. It is nice to go outside and get a little bit of fresh sunlight, so I've been doing that. But overall, it's really crazy to see how life really changed, our levels of normalcy. And who knows how long this will last. But all we can do is really, I know things are really scary for a lot of people, and a lot of that I think stems from lack of understanding and empathy, lack of knowledge, the idea that history repeats itself. And if you think about it, if you were to understand the virus a little bit, how it works from a microbiology standpoint, then it helps you understand, okay, how can we further prevent it from spreading? That's one way. and then, although I am pursuing a career in the nursing field, I did have to take the courses. So, of course, I do have a little bit of understanding of it. Another understanding of it is also public health, a public health perspective. Understanding how to take safety measures and reduce chances of infection, prevention, all these things. That's a public health perspective, and I feel like these two things especially are ignored because not a lot of people want to try and understand it, or at least they'd rather listen to someone who's not in the science field and give advice because who believes in science? That's but do listen to the people who have been working in the field for a very long time because they really do know what they're talking about. And it is such a shame to see so many people backstab basically healthcare workers and the work that they're doing because they can't go outside, and I think that's very unfair. I think, again, people need to be more understanding of the field. It's not an easy field, definitely not an easy field to get into. And I know that one day myself I will hopefully not be in a predicament like that, but hopefully continue to better educate those around me and realize that it is scary. It is hard to control, but there are ways to handle it. That's what I think. But who knows, maybe we're all not ready for that conversation quite yet, at least those who aren't willing to listen. But maybe we'll reach a day where we can. I always drink my water. One thing that's also been helping me this quarantine is drinking lots and lots of water. Yes, this is a wine glass. I prefer to drink my drinks out of glass because there's a little weird aftertaste when I drink things from plastic. I don't know, I can't explain it. When I drink things from glass, it has a cleaner taste to it. So that's why I enjoy it. So I've been really enjoying this. It's also midday. I've also enjoying my midday matcha, also from a wine glass. Not wine glass, clear glass cup, whatever. But I've also enjoyed making matcha. I've been experimenting with a lot of drinks. I've learned how to make coffee and milk tea. I'm trying to learn how to make my own boba so I don't have to try and buy myself anymore. I've also recently experimented on how to make my own healthier version of Viet coffee. That's been really fun. So really, basically, I'm just trying to keep my mind active and going so I'm not at home doing nothing. I'm just basically providing myself with some mental stimuli. How can I make something a little better? Or how can I do this and how can I do that? It really just helps me maintain a better focus, if that makes any sense. I just feel that if I'm not keeping my mind busy, my mind can wander. I can think of things that really aren't good, and I don't want to dive into territory that is not good, if you know what I mean. I think for those of you who deal with maybe a little bit of anxiety, or even if you've never kept yourself busy, you know what I mean when you let your thoughts run wild. So I try and avoid that. But overall, it's been good so far. Other than the creative outlets and things like that, I've been also working on my website, trying to create articles and blogs to hopefully help people. A couple people have reached out about quarantine tips, and I've been able to do that. And then I want to revamp it soon to include like these little podcasts and also like my TikTok videos. So just to make it more appealing, I also want to try and include not only like the audio and visual and things like that, but things you can interact with. So I'm really into that. Different types of interaction. Yeah, that's fine. So that's been really fun for me. I do start class soon. I actually start on May 4th for my first semester in nursing school. So that's coming up. I've been actually doing some work for that, got some of my books ready. I've also had orientation, all that stuff to help me adjust to the new upcoming school year, academic school year, because their summer session starts in early May. So 16 months I'll be done from May of this year up until August of next year. I'm very, 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 very excited. For those of you who may or may not know, it's been a long, enduring journey of trying to get into a program for the past 2-3 years. And so I've worked endlessly to get in this position where I am now. So that's something I'm really, really looking forward to. I'm very, very excited. I'm one of maybe 2-3 other people from California heading to Boston, Massachusetts. Boston. So I'm really excited. I know it's going to be a new learning experience for me. It's going to be different. I've been hearing a lot of things that the East Coast is definitely not like the West Coast. So I'm trying to get myself into that mentality. I won't be moving there until the end of May, early June because of everything going on, which is totally fine. Gives me a chance to not only be at home for a little bit, but hopefully wait to see things settle down. But overall, I'm very excited. like very excited. The excitement in me is just, it's just wiggling out of me, you know. But it's something to really look forward to. I know things are very dark. It's very easy to see darkness in everything that we do, but I think there is a light at the end of the tunnel. There are things to look forward to, and I think it's important to maintain a positive mindset versus being very negative about it, only because negative energy attracts more negative energy. So I think if we can put out positive energy, hopefully it can also attract positive energy, and so we can all proceed from there. But oh look, I think we have a special guest here. Look, we have a special guest. Oh, look at this. It's my dog Charlie. He came in. He loves mommy. He just wanted to come by and say hi. So this is my dog Charlie. He actually turns 2 in May. Say hi, Charlie. He loves mommy. I'm his mother. As much as he loves everyone else in this house, because he loves everyone. He's a very sweet dog. He loves me the most. But no one wants to believe that. Okay, back down you go. And that's pretty much it that's going on. I can talk and talk and talk as long as I want, really. But it's been crazy. This is all very new to me. This is all very new to everyone here in this world. But again, maintaining positive energy, because positivity will overcome pretty much everything. And this isn't to say don't acknowledge if you have stress, if you have depression, or if you have anything that really hinders your day. Of course, acknowledge that by all means. Just don't let it consume you. Don't let the negative energy envelop you so heavily that you don't see that there is a brighter future. There is going to be a future ahead of us. It's just very uncertain how it's going to proceed, and I think that's important to realize. But yeah, I think that's about all I have for today. Quarantine life. It's interesting. It's weird. It's hopefully given other people a chance to find some positivity and creativity in their lives. I think that's the best way to do it. Don't lose focus that things will continue forward. Life does continue. There is a light at the end of this long tunnel, but there are a lot of things to look forward to. I'm very, very much eager and looking forward to starting my nursing program. I do want to continue these podcasts as a way to just discuss things that are going on in my life, daily life, the world, things like that. Just because, why not? Why not discuss things? Why not have discussion? Communication, man. But there are things to be positive about, and I think it's important we continue to spread the positivity in our lives and those around us. Heck, even doing creative as your makeup is a way to be creative. People don't think of it that way, but it is. If there's something that you've always wanted to do, now is definitely probably a time to try it out if you can. I know not everyone's situation is the same. Some people may not have the resources to do it. Totally get it. Totally understand. And I think those of us who have the power to do things, we should do something. So I think that's where I'm going to start. I have the power to use my voice to bring things up, talk about, things in my life, and hopefully continuously inspire others to grow in whatever they wish to do. So I've talked and talked for almost a good 20 minutes of, I have no idea what I talked about for a good 20 minutes, but thank you for listening. I do want to give a big thank you to my boyfriend, Lawrence. He is one of the persons, whatever grammar, that have inspired me to do this. I've always wanted to try it, and after seeing him do his videos, I had a larger, bigger desire to do it. So Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this upcoming weekend, whatever the heck day we're in right now. But stay strong, stay healthy, and remember, there is a light at the end of this tunnel. So stay happy, healthy, and safe. Thanks.